Alright, what's going on, guys? Hit like and subscribe and share my videos with your friends. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful moms out there, most especially my own mom, Mrs. Temitayo Taiwo, a woman who ensured that I and my siblings received the best education a child can get, given the circumstances in Nigeria. So, I'm trying out a new style of recording videos, which I think will help me be much more concise and lead to shorter, high quality videos. What I've done now is to write out the entire script of the subject I want to discuss, and I'm just reading off of this script. Let me know what you guys think. With that said, let's dive right into it. So, recently, I asked a friend of mine, a dark, tall, handsome, and intelligent Nigerian guy who also lives here in Germany, about his new girl whom he had met around December. And with some sadness in his tone, he told me that they were no longer together. According to him, after 2 dates, the girl went blank on him, and another girl whom he met afterwards also ghosted him. He told me that the experiences left him very sad and he would prefer not to talk about it. Concerned for his welfare, I probed further and urged him to open up to me. For me, I realized that living abroad is a challenge for us all, and we should try to be there for one another as much as possible. My friend talked about how he messed up with both girls and how he showed so much neediness towards them, and he felt that this attitude was responsible for his loss of both women. He dreaded the thought of being alone. I made him realize that as human beings, we make mistakes in every area of our lives, including in our relationships. Every mistake made is a lesson learned, and every lesson learned prepares us for the next experience, as long as we take this mistake positively. He mentioned to me that he felt very depressed and couldn't focus on work anymore because of the feelings of inadequacy that not having a woman in his life left him with. I shared my experiences with him and gave him advice on how to overcome these feelings and be a complete individual again. In this video, I will share my thoughts on the subject of being alone as well as my advice to my friend. So, there's a big difference between being alone without a romantic or sexual partner and being lonely. One is simply a condition, and the other is a negative state of mind. Being alone simply implies that you are by yourself without a companion, while being lonely is a feeling of sadness and a desire for company. In fact, some people still feel empty and lonely even when they have loved ones or their partners around them. Of course, for certain individuals, being alone can sometimes lead to feeling lonely. In my opinion, however, we all should learn to be comfortable being alone without a fear of impending loneliness. I've met my fair share of Nigerian men who move to Germany for study or work. And the common desire they all share upon arrival in Germany is that of having a woman in their lives. Upon arrival, these men quickly sign up to dating sites and ask other friends to show them where the babes for plenty. They attend as many parties and club nights as their wallets allow in the hopes of meeting women. This desire for a woman in itself is absolutely normal. I, however, believe that there needs to be a change in their mindset. A person who freshly arrives in a foreign land should take out some time to settle and get a feel for the land and the possibilities ahead of them instead of jumping straight into the sexual marketplace. If they come across a person that they are interested in, they should definitely pursue this, but without any feeling of urgency. Most of us do not realize that we have a lot of time ahead of us in which we can achieve the things we desire. I received calls and messages from friends who tell me about how unhappy they are in their present relationships, but still feel unable to leave because they are scared of being lonely afterwards. I've seen men and women enter into unequal partnerships where they give much more than they receive and endure the negative attitudes and habits of their partners simply because they can't stand the thought of being alone. I've seen guys hang on to horrible women just because they need the sex whenever she makes it available. I've seen women stay with uncaring partners simply because they feel like they need a shoulder to lean on. Whenever I'm confronted with the choice of entering into a relationship with a woman, I ask myself what I consider to be an important question. And the question is as follows. Imagine I had an abundance of women in my life and I was spoiled for choice. Would I still desire this woman the way I do right now? If I cannot answer this question in the affirmative, I stop my pursuit and enjoy my time, freedom, and space that are byproducts of being alone. Now, I do not mean to diminish the roles of sexual desire and companionship, which I think are needs that most adults need to satisfy. I, however, want to stress that there are many other beautiful pleasures and desires that we can strive for in our lives. When we realize how powerful we all are as individuals and how we alone, for the most part, control the direction that our lives take, we are filled with a renewed strength to face life head on and achieve our dreams. It definitely sounds cliche, but it is true that you don't need anyone to be happy. In fact, I believe that a person doesn't truly understand themselves completely until they've spent significant amount of time by themselves without the noise and chatter of a partner. Ask yourself the following questions and answer sincerely. Do you feel unhappy or uncomfortable or incomplete with being alone and by yourself without the companionship of a partner? Do you feel depressed because there is no woman or man in your life at the moment to satisfy your physical and emotional needs? If you answer yes to both questions, then I hope the following tips can help you enjoy being by yourself without a constant longing for a companion. Number one, realize and remind yourself often of the fact that you are a complete, loving, and capable person just as you are. A partner can complement you, but they can't complete you. Number two, never forget that you possess so much power to achieve your heart desires than you ever give yourself credit for. Number three, remind yourself of the activities you love to engage in and make a plan to start doing those things. For example, my typical day is filled with working on my PhD, then boxing, and then coming home to study a bit more. After all this, I'm very tired and just fall asleep. Number four, be grateful for the very small things in your life. I personally love just sitting outside and feeling the air or taking a walk and remembering beautiful moments in my life. As funny as it may sound, this has made me become my own best friend. I also enjoy going out alone. In fact, I've had some wonderful nights and met amazing people when I went into a bar or a club alone. Number five, think often about the kind of future you want for yourself and daydream about this. Get lost in your dreams, and when you reawaken into reality, get up and start working hard every day towards this future. In fact, I think this is the most important point in this entire video. An ambitious, focused person will hardly ever feel lonely, even when they are alone. There's always something to do and a mini goal to pursue. Number six, take care of your health and your body. If you want to be happy being alone, you have to be comfortable inside and outside. Number seven, spend time with loved ones and friends. Call family and talk to them if they are far away. And finally, don't hesitate to seek professional help if you are overwhelmed by negative feelings such as depression, anxiety, and so on. So, folks, if you are single and alone, enjoy the time, the freedom, and the opportunity to fully know yourself and never enter into a relationship simply because you are scared of being lonely. Yeah, with that said, guys, that's the end of this video. Let me know if you liked it, if you like this format and you like the points I'm talking about. If you want me to talk about something else, drop a comment in the comment section and give me your feedback. And guys, stay safe from this virus that's going around. Stay safe as much as possible, and I'll catch you on the next one. And protect yourself from this virus. I'll catch you guys on the next video.